One of the segments of the show is what I call the 3D alert, which means we're on the lookout for things that have the capacity to deceive, defraud, and even destroy us. It's here where we'll share with you ways in which you can defend and protect yourself against such things happening to you and your loved ones. Now, the thing we're going to talk about is what I can call the Craigslist con. There's a lot of Craigslist cons going on, but this has to do with rentals. You see, what people are doing on Craigslist is trying to attract those that are looking to rent a house. So as they're skimming listings, let's say they were in the $3,000 range, all of a sudden one pops up for $1,900 a month. Wow, what a bargain, huh? But see, what it is a real estate scam. And it's been going on actually for years. It keeps coming back. It refuses to go away. What these people do, who are taking advantage of others, is they search for a home sale listing. Now, it may or may not be on Craigslist. And then what they do is put a fake rental ad on the service. The addresses and the facts about the homes are the same, but these usually are homes that are not for rent. And so what they do in some cases is claim to be on vacation. They're out of the country, and they try to convince someone who wants to rent a place to get this bargain today. You know, it's going to be gone by the end of the day, so you have to send a security deposit, maybe a first month's rent plus a security deposit, to get this and secure this. So what happens, they tell them, well, drive by. And sometimes when the people drive by, they notice a sign, they contact the real estate agent, and they find out that it's not really for rent. And this has happened in counties around Southern California. It even happened, I have to tell you, to a friend and client who had a house. In this case, it was, in fact, listed on Craigslist. And someone actually showed up at the property, met a, quote, prospective renter, close quote, and collected a certified check. And the poor person who was taken advantage of thought they had just gotten the greatest bargain in the world as a rental, and it turned out they were conned out of their money. Sometimes they even will ask people to give them cash up front, and they'll have a fake application. And on the application, guess what's on there? A social security number that goes to somebody who has no scruples. Sometimes the ads are taken down after somebody inquires about the status of the transactions. Now, you probably want to know how to spot this, and it's very difficult. But there are some telltale signs. Usually, the fakery, the fake person who's renting out the property, doesn't have any keys to the place, can't show it to you. Not always. There's no credit check involved. Oh, no, we're in a hurry, so there's no credit check involved. They deal either in cash. If somebody asks you for cash, that's a huge yellow light. Or they want you to go get money orders. In some cases, they might want a certified check. But the problem with them asking for certified checks is it somehow could be traced. But they still have ways of cashing the check in another jurisdiction. If they tell you to fill out an application and you haven't seen the property, that should raise some eyebrows. And of course, the biggest thing is the old saying, if it's too good to be true, in many cases, it is, in fact, too good to be true. So if you see a drastically low price, be on the lookout for this. And remember, it doesn't have to be in Craigslist. It could be in other areas. And that is this week's 3D Alert We'll be back to tell you about some future topics and other valuable information when we return after this break.
If you appreciate what you're hearing, help us continue the show by visiting LegalSurvival.org. That's LegalSurvival.org, or you can call toll-free 888-260-4460. 888-260-4460. 888-260-4460.
I want to thank all of you who tuned in for joining us on the Legal Survival Show, and I hope that you and your family will benefit from the vital information that we offer you here. You know, it's really a pleasure to be able to be of public service, to give this information and not have to ask you, to be a client or to ask you to sign up for some service. I mean, we do, of course, want you to go to LegalSurvival.org, and if you feel so inclined, to give us a donation to keep the show on the air. But whether you do that or do not do that, we want you to pray for us and pray that we are given the wisdom to pick the right topics for you and your family. And once again, take a visit to LegalSurvival.org, and thank you all for tuning in. Remember that what we're trying to give you is justice with a capital J.